Hey, welcome back, everyone, to these NBA final recaps. We got Cardo W. Jr. I'm Wilson Tarpe Jr. Hell of a game tonight. This series has been amazing, which we've continued to say each and every time we've spoken to you guys during this wonderful NBA finals. Cardell, tonight, though, we saw OKC rally late, SGA close. They beat the Pacers 111, 104 for 3 quarters. The Pacers did damn near everything right. Um, OKC won the fourth quarter, though, 31-17. We were talking a little bit before we hit the button about some of the things that went wrong in the fourth. That said, your thoughts on tonight's game, and then obviously want to hear your entire thoughts on the fourth and where things kind of unraveled for Indiana.
Gritty win by Oklahoma City, man. Um, it looked like the Pacers had it, man. It looked like they had it, man. And then the execution down the stretch. I mean, ending the game on the 12-1 run. SGA playing like a mother MVP. You know what I'm saying? 15 points in the fourth quarter. The Pacers themselves as a team scored 17 in the fourth quarter, man. Just the defense, the timely stops, man. In the fourth quarter, Oklahoma City, they held the Pacers to 27% shooting from the field, 0 of 8 from deep, and of course, big missed free throws late by one Benedict Mathurin. And they had some costly turnovers as well at the wrong time, man. 1 assist in the fourth quarter. OKC, again, said it back in January. This is a special defense, and it's going to, if they win a championship, it's going to go down as one of the best of all time. You saw it on display in the fourth quarter when they had to show up and get stops and create turnovers and stuff like that. They didn't get key rebounds. They did just that, man. Their defense woke up as a team and clamped down on the Pacers, and then that boy SGA did the rest. He did the rest, man. Were there some iffy call, a couple iffy calls? Yes, but that's part of the game. It is what it is. That wasn't those couple iffy calls weren't the reason why you lost, man. You lost because you couldn't execute. I'm talking on the Pacers side. You couldn't execute down the stretch. You had some bonehead plays, some bonehead fouls that put SGA on the line, man. Like the Nesmith foul where he fouled out, man. Just wall up, man. Just go straight. If you make it, cool. But now you give them the free points, and now you can't help your team no more because you fouled out. It just wasn't. It just wasn't worth it, man. One other thing that we talked about last game that had to happen that happened. Hartenstein got back in the starting lineup. What happened? And he played more. He got back in the starting lineup. They went back to what got him there, and what happened? So credit OKC staff for it. Hey man, we was tripping. We was tripping. Let's right our wrongs. We was tripping, and you got a big win. Because like I said, in this type of series with two teams that get after it defensively, man, you need some muscle in the middle, man. You need some dudes that can get SGA open, that can get guys open, that can roll, that can finish. Like he had some big baskets. Well, he had one big basket late when I think it was Jalen Williams passed it to him. They knocked it loose. He managed to get control of the ball. And he went up and scored. But it wasn't that. It was just the rebounds, the key rebounds, the defense, just being a strong post player in the middle, man. That Indiana had to account for. Because now, no disrespect to Chet, Chet's very, very thin. Okay. It's not the same as Hartenstein. You got to keep a body on Hartenstein because he's capable of disrupting the game by his rebounding alone. And he's always going to be on the move and he's always going to be active. Plus, he did a great job on Miles Turner. So, you know what I mean? I'm just the Pacers, man. You had it, man. That's why I'm just kind of screaming. You had it. This is on your home court. If it was in OKC, I can kind of be like, okay, home court advantage. Or nah, man, this was your dog. You had it. This is gonna be. I can't imagine any Indiana Pacers players. I know the coaching staff not gonna sleep, but I can't imagine Indiana Pacers players getting any sleep now. Because this a tough loss, and you know what's at stake in OKC, and you gotta go there and try to do what they just did, and that's gonna be extremely tough because they don't want to come back to Indiana down 3-2, man. But all in all, man, just the late game execution, man. Late game execution won this game, and it was a total team effort on one end, and then it was that boy showing why he was MVP on the offensive end.
Yeah, and another thing that to piggyback off the Hartenstein point, with him going back to the lineup, it also took some pressure off Chet, and now Chet's attacking and doing what he does from the 4. And look at the type of night he had for 4 plus 14, obviously, but 14 points, 15 rebounds in that fourth quarter. Obviously, I don't think he got all 4 of his offensive rebounds in the fourth quarter, but it felt like it. In key situations, at least 2 of them offensive rebounds were huge. They were huge plays. 3 of them came in that. Thank you. 3 of them came in that quarter. Again, it felt like it just watching. I appreciate the confirmation, but 3 huge offensive rebounds, 2 of which were like put back dunks. Because again, if he's not at the 5 where we saw last game, him being at the 5, the Pacers had no issue putting whoever on him to box him out and weed him out the paint. Well, Hartenstein taking up the space that he takes up, having a lot more girth and in mass. Then you got Chet, and then you're asking a guard sometimes to block out Chet, which is now the same thing that's happened on the Pacers side, where we saw Siakam getting Casey Wallace and Lou Dort, some of that same type of activity happening. But because they changed their lineup, they took that away from themselves. And then in this game, that was huge. Those are extra possessions. Those were fixing failed possessions in a very close game. J-Dub was huge in this one, getting to the line yet again. I thought the coach did a good job kind of buying time for SGA to keep him kind of biased, so he wasn't as fatigued, obviously. But Alex freaking Caruso, right, one of the few guys for both teams has been here before.
Winner,
man, and that's what you saw. That's all you saw tonight. Everything he did, winning plays, 7 and 9 from the floor, 1 or 2 from 3. Dude, he was everywhere. Down the stretch when that defense really locked in. I was thinking about some of those plays, where they had it where Miles Turner was getting in the way of his own teammates because of the type of ball pressure. Like the ball pressure was that crazy that their big was getting bumped off his spot to set screens because Lou Dort, Caruso, and the rest of them were like, you aren't screening. Like screening's not an option. And they had the Indiana Pacers stuck around the 3-point line, essentially like in a little kill box where you couldn't do anything because of that pressure. And it was, again, outstanding defense. But on the other side, Indiana. This, if you can dig yourself out of this won't be looked back at some huge moment in franchise history. As of right now, tonight, as someone who spent some of my life as a fan, as a Knicks fan, this is one of them type of nights, man, that just lives. That just lives forever. You're going to remember this. You had a chance to go up 3-1. You had 3 quarters worth of great work. And then everything fell off the tracks. Obviously, you talk about OKC defensively was huge. You can't be that inept on offense. The discipline things, like Andrew Nembhard has done such a freaking good job defensively. OKC was like anybody but him on Shea. They just kept going at, and Neesmith's a good defender. But the difference is Nembhard, obviously, the familiarity. With SGA, I think he's a little bit more disciplined too. He keeps his hands out the cookie jar. Neesmith, how many times we see him? I'm sitting there watching, I'm talking out loud. Like it's a movie, he got his hand rested on Shea's shoulder when he got the ball. I'm like, bro, all right, they let you get away with that. Get your hands out of there. He still got his hands in there. I'm like, okay, you asking for you, but and you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Of all people, of all the people in the league, bro, of all the people in the league,
man.
Who will be the first player everybody will name like, yo, you can't be handsy with him on defense, man. Just be sound, fundamentally sound, move your feet, and just walk. You can't be handsy with him because he's looking for that. And he's looking for that, man. And just to throw your piggyback off your point about shedding the rebounder, OKC y'all rebounded the Pacers 12-4 in that quarter, in the fourth quarter. That and the Shea post game interview, he mentioned that. He said, when they kind of shut down their pace because if Indiana can run, they can beat OKC. That's why they were up. But when they started clamping down and rebounding the ball, holding them to one shot, and rebounding, and then they started playing at their pace, that's when Indiana can't beat them. And it's clear now when that is 2-2. And that's why he said whoever opposes their will more, because they both play defense, but whoever opposes their will more will win this series, because you pretty much saw it throughout the game. Now, the majority of the game, the Pacers was imposing their will, but when the winning time came, OKC imposed their will a lot more than the Pacers. And a big part of that was the rebounding. Pat Riley has a famous quote, no rebounds, no rings. Can't score without the ball. And clearly, if the ball's going in the basket a lot, it's tough to get the ball and try to run and stuff, man. It's hard to take it out the net and try to run, man, because they're already getting back. They already scored. So, like I said, the Pacers, they're not going to sleep tonight. They're not going to sleep for a couple of days probably, because they know they blew an opportunity, man. It's eerily similar to 2000 when Shaq fouled out, but young Kobe came along. Young Kobe was born. Like, he took over. And it's like, dog, y'all no one's in foul. Y'all got y'all full team. Shaq fouls out. And y'all allowed this young bull, who should have been 21 years old, senior in college. Y'all allowed a young bull to come in, pretty much win the game in overtime, man. So it's eerily similar where they had a chance. And, that it didn't go down like that, man. But yeah, like you said, Alex Caruso, he was huge off the bench, man. Huge. But that goes to show you, man. NBA players are NBA players, man. People like to just sleep on everybody. Just because they play a role don't mean they can't do other things. It's just that teams usually have other guys that can do those things already in place and do them better. And just because someone can do it better don't mean another guy can't. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. Must-win game, essentially, for OKC. When you think of Alex Caruso, you think of a defender. He's like, I'm more than that player. I had 5 steals, but I can get a bucket. And here you go, 20 points.
Dude, if he has a regular night, what he typically produces.
They lose by double digits.
Speaking to what you were talking about earlier, just how much of a big-time winning performance that was. And even late in that game when we talked about the defense clamping down, we saw him going to overdrive, being hyperactive on that end of the floor. A couple times, Indiana got in trouble. Folks turned around thinking they could make a safe pass. Here's Caruso mid-air already, ready to snatch the pass out of snatch the pass out of, out the passing lane. It is an incredible win for them. And for Indiana, you got 48 hours to try to find a way to flush this or make up for it. Either way, I don't think you can flush in 2 days, but you got to make it where this doesn't matter. You got to nullify it. But that's a tall task.
And to make it worse, man, OKC shot 17% from 3, man. Like, you got to get this win, man. I'm just you got to get this win, man. You had to get this win, man. Like, this is deflating. Like, Indiana's been very resilient. I don't think they're gonna be deflated, but it's gonna be tough, man. Like, it's gonna be tough because they know they should have had this one, and it's just man. It's a great series, man. I'm loving this series, man. The chess match after chess match. It seemed like every possession is a chess match, but from the coaching staff, Rick Carlisle, to OKC's coach, I always forget his name.
Dagnall.
Yeah, I don't want to mess it up, but you know what I mean. Yeah, young fella. And then the players, the chess match with players. I feel like last game Halliburton played the chess game better than SGA tonight. SGA did. And another thing that OKC did, after the last game, I said SGA got worn down. You saw more guys bring the ball up the floor to take away that pressure from it, from Chet to Lou Dort to Caruso, Jalen Williams. It wasn't just SGA. SGA was kind of playing off the ball. They did what Halliburton did last game. And I'm like, yeah, and it made it hard for the Pacers to kind of key in on them, SGA, so to speak, man. And that allowed him to stay fresh and, finish the game, man. So, and also one last thing, Tyrese Halliburton settled for too many threes, man. You got to know when you ain't got it. 1 for 7. But you was 7 of 15 from the field, but you was 1 of 7 from deep. Attack, bro. And he was finishing. He was doing a little right hand float off the glass over trees, over a couple dog, you had it. You was getting in the paint. Those shots, man, just. And then Miles Turner, you 3 for 10, but you was 0 for 6 from deep. You see what I'm saying? That's Hartenstein. That's what I'm saying. It's cool for a quarter or two. But late in the second half, dudes ain't trying to be banging with Hartenstein because that's what he does. And that's the advantage of winning. Now you got Miles Turner out there on the perimeter settling for threes. That helps your defense, man. So all you got to do is just rebound, essentially, man. Because they're not in position to get easy points. They better make these threes, or if they don't, it's easy work.
Yeah, and that was one of the things that was most disheartening to me, because as recently as the third quarter, I was like, Halliburton's doing a great job getting downhill this game, forcing the issue. Because, we're talking about, I think he finally got to the line and what have you. They made a big deal about it on the broadcast, whatever. But I just like the fact that he was attacking. And then you get into the fourth quarter, and it's just they all took turns jacking threes. It's like, what the hell are y'all doing? Meanwhile, what's about to happen in the fourth on the other side. They're trying to get to the free throw line. Everyone.
0 for 8, man. In the fourth quarter.
Dude, even look at the box score right now, it just looks disgusting. Like, Pascal took 6 of them. All right, cool, whatever. Miles 0 for 6. You didn't do anything else but that. But launch those things up. 2 rebounds. That's Hartenstein, as you said. 2 boards. That's it.
But check this out.
Go ahead.
Pacers were 0 for 8. OKC was 1 for 3. See what I'm saying? They did not settle for threes. They were attacking. And if they didn't score, they was getting like a field goal, they was getting to the line. And then those fouls started to pile up. Come on, man. It's a hell of a chess match going on in the finals, but it's not rocket science, man. It's a lot of simple basketball being played. And it's just a matter of who can execute what fits them best to win the best, man. And that full quarter, like I said, OKC was just masterful. It wasn't nothing. They were masterful in the fourth, man.
That's the type of defense. That's Steve's type of, when people are talking about the type of defenses that end up in those historic conversations. That's what that looks like.
Here, check, bro. In the fourth quarter, OKC's offensive rating 146.5. Their defensive rating was a 69.7. How in the fuck? Come on, man. How in the
you said it was
69.7. Like, how you even do? Look, that was their defense in the fourth, bro. When I say clamp to doom, Eddie Murphy, 48 hours, Roxanne, like, come on, man, like clamps, man, like nothing. No, you life in jail, bro. Triple life, Richard Pryor style. Triple life, man. Like, come on, man. Masterful. Like, any basketball person, man, go back and watch that fourth quarter, watch OKC play defense. Just go watch that. Masterful performance, man.
We already know who player the game is. I'm just going to leave that alone. X Factor.
We know that.
Yeah.
Well, we don't, man. Jalen Caruso, I got to give it both. Because Jalen Big Night definitely took a lot of pressure off SGA. along with other guys initiating the offense, bringing the ball up the floor from Chet on down. But yeah, Jalen was huge, and Alex Caruso was just off the charts, man. 20 points, 5 steals, 7 of 9 from the field, 3 rebounds. Jalen Williams, 27 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. Only thing negative in him was 4 turnovers, but he got to the line 11 times. He got to the line more than Shea.
Yeah.
And most of Shea's came in the fourth.
Yeah. And then again, this
the fourth, he only had 2 free throws in the fourth.
Yeah. A majority that came in the fourth down that stretch where it was a bunch of free throws, that nasty step back with the little shuffle. Tis what it is, and then more free throws. And just the Pacers want to get out of there on Monday night with a dub. Defensively, they got to be a little bit more disciplined. Keep their hands to themselves because
pressure.
KC went to the line. That's 38 free throws in Indiana. You already know what time it's about to be going back.
And Shea didn't have any free throws in the first half. I'm just trying to see the third quarter. He had 2. So entering the fourth quarter, he only had 2 free throws. He was 2 for 2.
8 free throws in the fourth.
So he went crazy in the fourth. Like they totally imploded. That's what I'm saying. That fourth quarter, man. And Pace is sick, bro. Yeah. Don't get on social media. Don't answer no text unless it's your wife, like parents or some kids. Even that, give me a minute. I need a while.
Honestly, you might want to go just 0 dark 30 till after Monday night and see where stuff is after that.
Yeah, totally disconnect.
Like that was depending on how it looks like. No matter how it shakes out, Game 4 was huge.
Yeah, man, that fourth quarter. Because if they lose the series, the Pacers, when they finally summon up the strength to watch, what part of this series cost us the finals, cost us this championship? Is this fourth quarter?
Yep.
And you just gotta go back and watch.
That was coming off. Obi Toppin had a huge third quarter for them in this game. Like he had a hell of a game for them in this game, and thrown away by what happened in the fourth.
1 for 1.
He only had 1 shot in the fourth.
Yep. Yeah, yes, sir. Everybody that played, this how dumb OKC was. Everybody on the Pacers that played had a negative plus minus. Everybody who saw the floor had a negative plus minus. The only people who was even, they didn't get minutes. They didn't get in the game. That was it. They got minutes. They was
that's
their plus minus was in the negative, man.
All right, so now I'm going to be that number is going to be in grade 69.7 defensive rating.
Defensive rating
in the fourth quarter of this game. It might have turned the series 69.7.
So for all you people out here who feel like defense don't win championships, come on. It most definitely does. It wins it, and if you don't have it when you need it, it can cost you one.
We saw a great example, man. That fourth quarter is going to be something to talk about for a while. Again, the series isn't not officially over. Just, man, that's a hell of an opportunity lost on your home court. Who is OKC?
Think about this. SGA straps up, man. He plays defense, man. The OKC, this is my last one. The OKC is so strong defensively. They attack SGA because they don't want no parts of Lou Dort and Alex Caruso. Think about that. And SGA plays defense, man. He's a strong defender. It's like, man, damn.
That's the lesser of all the
lesser of all the. Let's go to the MVP, and then you could put more on it because it's like maybe we could tire him out so he don't hit shots too. But like Lou Dort and Alex Caruso, damn near on Deion Sanders time for basketball. Like, yo, just stay away from them. Just stay away.
They got 2 shutdown corners. They got 2 shutdown corners. 2 press man corners that don't need any help. And they just out there enjoying life, man. But again, like you said, their resort is to attack the MVP, who is a two-way player, a well-rounded player. Like it's not like he's That's not Harden over there defensively, where it's just food. He's a quality defender, man. And again, another thing we saw in this series, you talk about the defense. Hey, man, these players that are well-rounded, that can dribble, pass, and shoot, it's kind of important to have people that can do that. Because
dribble, pass, shoot, rebound, defend, all that. That's what being a complete player is. So when people be like, he's skilled, and I'm like, well, he don't play no defense. He really don't rebound. Y'all just talking about how he scores. That's not all-around skill to me. All-around skill is when we come into the game, we're talking about him impacting every phase of the game because he has every skill that a basketball player needs, man. And that's a totally different ball game, man. So, and you saw SGA. I believe that was Halliburton that he blocked one of his 3-pointers.
Yeah, that was a big block for them too. Like,
come on, man. Come on.
And they all strap up over there. Hartenstein's the slowest player over there, and his motor's dumb high.
He can move.
If that's your worst player, like,
and honestly, they kind of screams that the Pacers was kind of desperate. We gotta attack SGA because we can't get nothing else. These motherfuckers are strapping up something. We can't get nothing else. We gotta attack SGA and hope somehow we can have a couple moments where he was like Brunson in the Knicks series, and SGA was just player. It ain't gonna, nah.
And that's the other thing. He's a disciplined defender. It's not like he's out there reaching, doing wild, like. And then for some of the young wings on the Pacers, again, so sick. It's about Mathurin and Nesmith tonight had to hurt quite a bit. Just the lack of good decisions tonight on both ends of the floor. But that's what makes the finals a finals, man.
Yes, sir.
Everybody can't execute, and it's about both ends of the floor. Everybody can't in pressure situations is what makes pro sports fun. But we appreciate you guys. We'll check in with you guys again for the finals Monday night. As far as the Mystics go, we'll check in with you guys Sunday afternoon after they take on the Atlanta Dream. Y'all have a great one.